talk about my Starbucks drink for a minute.
Great.
They've been getting it right lately, so no big deal. My favorite Starbucks drink is passion tea, iced passion tea. And it comes in a concentrate. So instead of making it with water, they make it with milk. And then coconut milk. And then I add strawberry puree. And it's a beautiful shade of pink. Kind of like a pink drink, but not as sweet. Less sugar in it. And the passion tea is like flowery anyway. So it's got this like mildly tropical taste to it because it's the strawberry and the flowers, but it's not like outrageously like strong in any category. It just tastes like a milky iced tea, but it's not. I don't know. I used to get passion tea lemonades. They were really good, but sometimes lemonade hurts my tummy, or at least it used to. I don't know. Maybe it won't hurt my tummy anymore. But yeah, it's yummy. If you want to try something with a little less sugar, you kind of like a less sweet pink drink, maybe this is the ticket. Or if you like passion tea, you know.
I already had my Summer Skies drink, and now we have water the rest of the day.
I also have a water.
Yeah. I really like my flip top that Zach got me for my birthday.
I really like this giant bag of craisins.
Oh, you're opening it up.
I'm going to have just a couple because I do really love craisins. This is bigger than the bags that my Walmart sells, so.
It was in Amazon.
Oh, that makes sense. They're good. You know?
It's so hot.
It's really warm.
Did you feel like it was this hot earlier?
No. I just want people to know that it was, we had frost warnings.
When?
The first day of June.
Oh. I mean.
Like, it was below. It was cold enough that it was going to frost outside multiple days in a row at the very end of May / like the 1st of June. And then Wednesday shows up. Even Tuesday. And it's freaking 80 degrees this week. We went from like literally 50 degrees on Saturday. Had to wear a blanket to my child's soccer game. To 4 days later, it's 80 degrees.
Welcome to Pennsylvania, baby.
It's summertime here now. Thank God. I don't even care that it's potential thunderstorms every day. I don't care that it's super humid. I love the way the sunshine feels.
Let me clarify to everyone. Summertime in Pennsylvania means it's going to be above 45. Period.
That's not true, I guess.
There is no promises it will be above 55, though.
But very frequently in June, we have a week where it's like 90 degrees, and I love that.
So we do our mental health week at the end of July because that's almost guaranteed that it's going to be a hot week.
Mm-hmm.
I think that peak hot summertime is July through beginning of September.
Like, I agree with you, but I feel like historically we have had one really hot week in June, and I love that because I love the weather at the end of May, the way it looks outside. Like, how everything's green and lush and beautiful. I love when it is both hot and beautifully green outside. Because once we get to, like, August, September, everything's dying because we haven't had enough rain. I love when stuff...
We really need this rain.
I love when stuff is growing. It makes me feel... I don't know. I feel like I have such a... like, if my spirituality has any connection to earth stuff, it is this period of time. I love the rebirth and growth of late spring. I love it. It enriches my soul in a way I cannot explain.
Anything that makes it damp or humid outside, no thank you.
I don't care.
I do heavily. That's why, I was thinking though, like maybe I do think that I'll be happy in Florida, but I do like fall, very, very beginning of fall. I don't like fall when it's raining and I'm tripping on leaves. I like fall when it is 75, but feels a little cooler and the leaves are falling.
I think you'd like Texas. It was always sunny. Like, I can only remember, and granted, I was only there for a little over a year, so I'm sure the weather varies. And I know that it varies huge amounts depending on what part of Texas you're in because it's a massive state. But the sun was always out. People were happy because it was sunny. Like I remember notably, I'm sure I've said this before, but I notably remember coming back to Pennsylvania and people looked miserable in comparison.
Truly, I like Nevada.
It's
Weather.
drier.
I like the dry heat. Now, Florida, it's been a long time since I've been there and it was actually humid.
Like more humid than here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ours
Yeah.
is pretty moderate though. For the majority of the year, we don't have insane humidity.
I disagree. And my salon disagrees. Because my salon has the thing that checks humidity for the eyelashes.
Mm-hmm.
Very humid. We have a humidifier.
Do you think the indoor humidity has to like?
So, yeah, it's definitely less humid in my salon than it is outside. Because we have AC.
Yeah.
And we have a whole system. Now during the winter, I will say months from like November to March-ish, we do not use the humidifier. But from then on, dehumidifier the entire time. Like, it's almost part of our opening routine during those months to go turn on the dehumidifier.
I'm looking up the average humidity per month in PA.
The thing is, it freaking rains every day.
It says our average in the spring is between 40 and 60%.
You told me. You looked it up. Florida, on average, is less humid than PA.
We must have a lot of time where it's specifically like 80 to 100% humidity. Because we have so much that changes how our average looks because it's insanely dry here in the wintertime.
Yeah, I get nosebleeds.
This is a state of, if I wouldn't put us in extreme category, but as extreme as the moderate category could get.
For humidity?
In like all aspects.
Temperature?
Like we aren't like super extremes where we get like really, really, really hot or like really, really dangerous winds. But like if you put us in the moderate category, I feel like we're as extreme in the moderate category as you can get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it...
Like overall we're moderate weather, but it's as far moderate as you can get. You
in
know
the
what I'm
winter,
saying?
it can be -2, and in the summer, it can be 101.
We can have a polar vortex.
Mm-hmm.
And it's awful.
I hate it here.
It's like negative. I really like that it changes so much. I know that you don't like that, but I love the cycle of life.
You know
here.
what really doesn't like it? My migraines.
Yeah, I know.
I am Karen on Mean Girls that touches my head, and I'm like, I'm 90% sure when she says it's already raining. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you, a storm's coming in 3 days. I know because of how my brain works.
My brain's starting to catch on the barometric pressure changes and how my head feels.
Right.
Like I'm tracking I put that on my radar of things to like track, you know, the patterns. So I'm keeping track of that one. I can always tell.
I'm eating buffalo chicken mac and cheese.
I ate some combos. In case anyone wanted any updates on my Chinese medicine practitioner procedures that I had, I can eat whatever I want now. It's absolutely...
You said you were bloated earlier.
Period.
Mm.
Like period bloated. But
Same.
not, because my period's over, so I can only assume this is like ovulation bloating. Like cramping and stuff. I don't know.
Hey. Quick plug for the company Period.
Mm-hmm.
Their underwear's amazing. I'm sorry, guys. Skip through the next, like, minute, maybe. Probably less. But if you're a girly that has a lot of trouble as far as being comfortable with the tampon in, Period is great. Because I will not wear pads. I will bleed through everything before I wear a pad. Uncomfortable. Humid. Pretty humid down there.
Oh,
when you
God,
have a pad
I hate
on.
that.
Terrible.
That's the most disgusting feeling.
Terrible. Period has underwear that's meant to bleed on. And it does not seep through. At all.
When you, like, run your hand over it, I'm assuming you've run your hand over it to, like, test to see if it's, like, wet after.
No,
like, bled on
I don't
it.
want to get blood. I hate it.
But, like, does it feel wet against your body? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
once, that's what...
for like 2 minutes.
But then it feels like not.
Feels normal again.
Basically, just does it feel humid?
No.
That's great.
No, it really, really doesn't. It's like breathable. It feels breathable. I don't think it actually is. I don't know. I get the sports kind, so it's like the real stretchy, soft material, and I love that. The cotton ones are more humid,
Interesting.
and I think that that's like material wise. But they're not expensive.
I should have looked at them when I was at. I think they sell them at Target, don't they?
I don't know. I have enough now that when I am on my cycle, I don't have to wear normal underwear the entire time, night or during the day.
I just like them for at night. I don't like.
Well, during the day, I'll suffer with putting a tampon in. But my max, as far as comfortability, I can't change it more than once a day. It hurts really bad after that.
Yeah.
So I will do that, and then if I bleed through during work, it doesn't matter because I have their thongs, and that's what I'm wearing, and it's fine. Now, if I was heavily bleeding through, I don't think that the thong would do enough, but I wear something with it, and I do not worry whatsoever about it getting anywhere because it soaks it right up. And I just throw them in my washer.
Yeah.
Some people like hand wash them. I don't. Don't care.
I have to give them a try. I know I said that last time we talked about it too. I kind of forgot.
No, I really like them.
I just hate like.
I'm wearing some right now.
I hate wearing
Pads.
even like a cotton line, like a cotton pad. I
So
hate wearing.
bad.
I would literally rather take a washcloth and shove it between my legs and hold it there all night
Mm-hmm.
than wear a pad to bed. It
It's so
feels
bad.
so sweaty and disgusting, and I feel like I'm gonna get like
Hepatitis.
no. I feel like I'm gonna get a UTI or I'm going to get like pimples all over me from it like rubbing, and I have really sensitive skin in the first place.
I've definitely had like, not necessarily a rash, but like dry skin, in a sense, from.
Like rubbing, like chafing.
Yep.
Yeah. It's already, especially in the summertime, it's already so sweaty all the time, and like.
Well, don't worry, I found your fix. I love mine.
I'll have to try them.
Like, if you can get over the fact that, like, you're essentially. You are, like, rubbing against blood.
But you are when you're wearing a pad too.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That's not the part that grosses me out. If the pad felt dry, like I said, I would literally rather like hold
It's
a washcloth.
feeling.
I'd rather hold a washcloth between my legs because at least it's like absorbing and feels dry.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't wear anything else. And actually, sometimes I just wear them. Like, they're so comfortable that if I am out of my normal nighttime underwear, I'll just wear those.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. Like, before, I had the option of nighttime underwear or thongs.
Mm-hmm.
And I would hurry up and do laundry really quick so I had something to wear to bed. I don't do that anymore. I'm happy to wear them. They're comfortable.
Because you always wear underwear to bed now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always have.
You tried not wearing underwear to bed.
I get UTIs.
Yeah, that's so bizarre.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I get UTIs if I look at something wrong.
Hello, everyone.
Did we not say hello?
I don't remember.
No.
So
Hi.
hello again. I hope that everyone's having a wonderful day. It's summertime and
Sweaty.
we're chilling. And if you see this on TikTok, you're gonna find out we're both wearing like
Nothing.
chilling clothes.
I mean, I'm
'cause
wearing sweatpants
I
right now.
had sweatpants on and I got way too hot. And I also couldn't stand underneath my blanket. We love blankies on this couch, but we're gonna have to invest in some cotton blankies, some like light, like muslin blankets, so we can have the weight of the blankie.
I just feel like if a blanket's
Without
on me,
the
the
heat of the
boogeyman is
blanket.
not gonna get me.
I agree.
I
mean, we're on a couch that literally doesn't have an underside. There's no opening down here. I don't know if you can see
This
that.
is still
but
scary territory we're working on right now because neither of us are. Well, I guess you're half under a blankie, so they're definitely getting me first. It's way harder to kidnap a person under a blankie than not.
I'll die on that hill. I tuck my sheets in. If something's not tucked in, I will tuck the blanket under my feet. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'll scoop
Yeah.
it up underneath my titties in bed. That way.
That's what I do with my heated blanket at night.
That way nothing can get me.
I'm still sleeping with my heated blanket at night.
Was there ever a time in your life you were so depressed or you were like, fuck it, let the boogeyman take me? Don't tuck my feet in.
No.
I can't remember.
There has been a time that I've been so depressed I just took Benadryl 24/7 for a while and stayed in bed for days at a time.
Not quite the same.
I don't think that Benadryl works on me anymore.
Not quite the same. Last episode we thought about talking about Gypsy Rose Blanchard and
Well, yeah.
you know, we
I
tried.
got distracted.
Yeah, we had talked too long. And
It was like an hour 45, guys. We had to cut something out.
we had to get rid of it. So we're bringing you back with this little bit of Gypsy Rose Blanchard, and I believe yeah. I believe the last thing we talked about was
Her boyfriend murdering.
the crime scene photos.
Yeah, we went over that too. I forgot.
So the crime scene photos were like trash. And not trash, but just bizarre.
It is weird what they chose to take pictures of.
Yeah, it was just bizarre. But you know what? I'm not a crime scene photographer. Maybe I should become one. That could be a career path for me in the future. I've done lots of things, so this could just be another thing on the list.
You could do crime scene cleaner upper.
Another invaluable simulation game with endless fun.
So much fun. I'm thinking about starting it over, honestly.
Would you do things differently? You'd probably be able to do it more expeditiously.
Yeah, I think that I would get a higher score now.
Yeah.
Because I'm about to beat Police Officer Simulator, I think. Because there are 3 sections. 2 out of 3 I have 10 out of 10, and the other one I have 8 out of 10 that I'm working on.
You know what you could do? The opposite of a police officer simulator?
No.
What? You could just play Grand Theft Auto, because that's the opposite of police officer simulator.
Oh.
You are a criminal simulator.
I did that with crime scene.
No, you were cleaning up people's crimes. Now you could be committing the crimes.
I was not
And
helping.
running from the police. Honestly, get whatever is available on Game Pass. You should just play Grand Theft Auto.
No,
It
I
would be
used
so
to play that
fun.
when I was like in my teenage years.
Vice City?
Huh?
San Andreas or Vice City? GTA 3? Which one?
It wasn't my Xbox or anything.
Oh.
It's just when I went to dudes' houses, that's what we did.
When you went to dudes' houses, you played GTA.
Yeah, I had a lot of dudes that I was just friends with.
Yeah, all the dudes that I was friends with were like Cub Scouts.
Of course they were, and that's why you and Zach are besties.
Yeah, they were band kids and Cub Scouts. I just think that this is. I tried to hold Cody's tooties last night secretly. His foot was like, I'm trying to spread my toes, but I'm having a hard time.
You have a sock on.
Yeah, but you can see, look at the webbing.
I have to paint my toes today.
I would like to paint my toes as well.
Yes.
We can compare toady photos later. And for a mere $9.99, you could see it too. Not really. But I wish.
Hey, if people offer $9.99,
I'm definitely selling.
Yeah, absolutely.
The world.
I might sell for 99 cents. Give me a whole ass lollipop before taxes. You know,
What a
those
sad
taxes
world.
are gonna.
We have
fuck us over,
digressed
but-
again. Good Lord, we are not good at keeping on topic for Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Yes.
So I'm not as familiar with what happened after he was caught and she was caught, and I'm really not familiar with the trial part of anything other than obviously he was found guilty of murdering her.
He was.
And
Yeah.
she also went to jail, but I'm not even sure what her charges were. If I'm being honest, conspiracy probably. Maybe you can educate me and everyone else at the same time.
Hold on. Oh, Dee Dee, which is Gypsy's mom. I don't know if I ever used her name. She was stabbed 17 times.
Mm-hmm.
Mailed the knife.
He mailed the knife?
They mailed the knife from Gypsy's hometown to his hometown.
That's weird.
and then put it in the home,
That's
I believe.
a weird thing to do.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Gypsy get charged with. So Gypsy got charged July 2016, received a 10-year prison sentence.
For what, though?
She was released on parole in 2023, after serving 8 years. I'm pretty sure,
Second-degree murder.
thank you. I'm pretty sure her boyfriend at the time was sentenced to life. Are you looking that up, or?
She's only 4'11". You know what? That actually makes sense because I bet that her growth was stunted. That's totally a conspiracy from me. Don't quote me as for real, but that would make sense.
We still have to do this. My God. Well, yeah, of course her growth was stunted.
I mean, that's not coming from anything medical. I'm just...
No, that would totally make sense, but also you have to think, like, full-grown adults are also 4'11". That's only 2 inches shorter than me.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
she could be that tall, naturally.
Yeah.
But...
I do think that was probably a thing, though.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
It
it's
says
so
that
itchy.
Nicholas Gojon was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life without
Yeah,
parole,
yeah.
and it has an additional 25 years for armed criminal action.
Yeah.
Whatever that's about. So yeah. After this, though, so she did some sort of documentary in prison, right? Like, talked in prison, and
Correct.
whatever. She got out recently.
Yeah,
2 years ago? Okay.
It was December of 23.
Gotcha. She had a husband.
Ryan.
Okay. Walk me through. Are you fluent enough in the series of what happened with these men? Because she had...
Yeah.
I know, I don't know their names is the
Yeah.
problem. I know she had a man when she was in prison.
She did.
That just made me think about the song where they took her clip and they auto-tuned it.
Which one what was she saying?
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't want... My man doesn't want you.
I gotta
or
play it now.
something.
I gotta play it. It's so catchy, and there's a dance to it which just fucking kills me.
Gypsy got out of prison, was immediately famous.
Oh my god, look at how big this wombat is.
I want it.
I'm gonna save that. That's so big. It's so cute. Okay. Gypsy Rose
About Ryan.
dance. My man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. My
Oh.
man. Touch you with a 10-foot pole.
Ridiculous. Okay. Okay.
Okay, that was the whole thing. I freaking love that. It was so catchy when that first popped up on TikTok like a year ago.
Yeah, so she had a boyfriend for a while in prison. His name was Ken.
That man fell for the talk to an inmate and get married thing. We all tried to fall for it.
I knew I
Jeremy
would fall
Meeks.
for it, so I didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Ken and
I
her.
knew I would fall for it.
I knew my dumbass would fall in love with a criminal. I don't know how I ended up with the complete opposite of a criminal.
It's insane.
Oh my god! If
I
I can, go ahead.
I can't wrap my head around the idea of murder is wrong no matter what. That's a gray area to me. I don't think
We
that.
talked about this in the Discord. Did you see
And
that?
no, but Zach's
did.
like die hard. Nobody deserves to die.
Here's the thing. I don't think he actually thinks that. Because
Really?
Here's why.
Okay.
He does say that though.
Yeah, he does.
And he backs that all the time.
Yeah.
This is the one instance that he did not, and I did not mention it to him. I don't want him to realize that he went back on it. So, we were talking about the recent child pornography charge on someone.
Yeah, okay.
Right. So, anyways, I said, I don't want to talk a lot about it because if that person found out, I am genuinely scared for my life if he was near me.
Mm-hmm.
And Zach says, and I quote, "I will turn that Michelin man into Swiss cheese so fast. He would be like KFC with gravy coming out of all orifices."
Oh my God.
So, I don't think that he's necessarily, like, to me, that's,
Yeah.
but that's why I'm saying, like, I don't think he necessarily is, because I think I genuinely think if that person showed up and was near me and my life was in danger, murder would absolutely be on the table.
I see, that's what I don't know. I have a hard time living in absolutes ever because I think life is so much gray area. You can never really say how far would something push you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. And I say that, and I think as soon as I said that, I thought, I've said I could never to so many things we talked about.
I mean,
but those are a different direction. I don't know. To me, those are different.
there are very hard morals, and then there are morals that are very dependent on certain situations.
I just think it depends on how important the thing in front of you is. Is your life more important than somebody else's life in the end? And that's a insane question to really contemplate in the, like, in an abstract concept. But when it comes down to it,
when it comes down to something like that, I don't even think it's, is my life more important? It's more of, you chose a path that led to this. Because if someone didn't show up after me, I would not go for that. I would not seek that at all. You chose to engage in violence.
Mm-hmm. I guess when I say more important, I mean, like, is your sense of self-preservation greater than your sense of
I don't see
morality?
It like that. I don't see it like that. I see it as fuck around and find out. In a way. Because I didn't choose that. I did not choose to be put in a position where it's life or death.
Yeah.
And if I am put in that situation, I'm choosing life.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, your sense of self-preservation.
Yeah, but I'm not thinking about it as in I have to kill someone to survive, like, to be the one that's more important in my brain, because I don't think that I'm more important than anyone.
I don't mean important as more valuable. It's just like, do you sacrifice yourself to ensure that somebody else doesn't die?
You came after me!
In those situations, yeah.
I am my own. I live in a bubble. You know the amount of people that I saw at the recent wedding? They're like, are you even, like, do you live around here? Because I thought you lived in X, but I never see you. And I'm like, uh-huh.
I like it that way.
I don't leave my house. I mind my own business. I stay in my own fucking lane. I talked to, like, 3 people, and one of them is an employee of mine. So I talked to 2 people. You and Zach.
This brings me back to, at this point, there should be some voting some voting should have taken place by now on if I should indeed have a MySpace as my only public-facing social media. But
we don't have
the
results
know yet. So at some point,
when this is released, yes, we do know, but guess what? Jesse and I try to record so far in advance, so if something bad happens,
you know, but I don't know yet. So enjoy
you
that.
Know that we don't know, but we know that you know.
I know that you know that I don't know yet.
You know.
You know. Okay. Anyway, back to Gypsy.
I don't know why you even brought that up. Did you realize after you started saying it that we won't have the results?
No. Oh, no, I knew ahead of time.
Oh, okay.
All right. We're going to stay on track this time.
Okay, for Gypsy.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. We were talking about her husband. Okay, so she had a boyfriend named Ken for a while. I believe that they were engaged in jail. So Ken and her were engaged and then they broke up. And I believe that it was Ken saying that he didn't want her to have to, like, commit while not knowing the outside world and what it's like out there.
Yeah.
You know, there might be a better person.
Mm-hmm.
So out comes Ryan. Ryan lost some dare or something. Wrote her in prison. They got married. While she's in prison, got married. She gets released. And this comes into Life After Lockup. It's a show that she's on.
Hold on. I'm already confused. She was dating Ken in prison.
Yes.
Then
I think they were engaged.
Then she marries Ryan while she's in prison.
Yeah, because Ken said.
So they broke up before she got out.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, she was married to Ryan for like a year or more when she was released.
Okay, so she's married to Ryan out of prison.
Correct.
Okay.
Gets released, and that's where the show picks up, is when she's released. A little bit before, because it shows Ryan, like, talking about it and blah, blah, blah. Which, in my opinion, and I feel like almost every other person in the entire world feels this way, he's so fucking cringy, and he's so controlling.
I can 100% admit that I looked so little. I don't know what was going on in my life at the time, but I just didn't pay attention. It was interesting, but, like, I just didn't have the energy to commit.
I think that's where your sickness was.
Yeah, so I don't actually
peaking.
know anything about these men.
Yeah, so Ryan was very, in my opinion, very controlling.
Mm-hmm.
He worked, I think he was a school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And very much when he left for the morning, he needed to know what Gypsy was doing, if she was leaving, where she was going, who she's talking to, all of it. And you could tell that it made her very uncomfortable because she was just, first off, she was controlled all of her life until she went to prison. And then you don't have freedom in there.
Right.
Well, some you do.
Very limited, though.
Yeah. And then she gets out and she is also being told what you can and cannot do.
Yeah.
So that was really frustrating for me to watch because I was just thinking, like, let the girl breathe.
Yeah.
Let her go take walks by herself.
Mm-hmm.
If she wants to do something, like, granted, she doesn't really know what the outside world is like, and maybe someone is hunting her down for what she's done, but let her experience that without you shadowing, I guess. Or I don't know, if I thought that my husband was in danger, I wouldn't want him walking the streets by himself. But if he said, let's take a walk, I'd be like, okay, let's go. Rather than, like, protect him from everything, because what kind of life is that?
Right.
And that's essentially what he was giving her. It's like, you can only do things with me. And anytime she would, like, get off FaceTime or anything, he'd be like, who was that? What were you guys talking about? Did you talk about me? This is a grown man.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm actually going to look up his age right now because
he's older than her, wasn't he?
To me, he looks like he's like 45. Age. Sorry, guys. So, 38.
So
currently. So he was like 34, 30.
Still kind of a
not
big
34, 36.
Still kind of a big age gap for them.
Yeah. Well, no, she's in her 30s.
Oh, he's 34 now.
No, he's 36 now. 38 now.
Okay, and she's 2 years younger than me.
Is she 2 years younger than you?
Yeah. You said 94.
Me? Her birthday's 91.
Oh. I thought you said 94.
So, yeah, I use
My
that
bad.
as an example because she would go 94,
She's a year
95,
older than me.
96. Yeah, so
Never mind. That's not that big of a
No,
age
it's
gap.
not. But Gypsy, I think that, and I want to say that this is a general consensus with anyone I've spoken to about it. Mentally, she is not in her 30s.
Right. Well, not only did she like have like real world experience taken away from her going to jail, she didn't have any life experience prior to that either.
Before
So,
that. Yep. She didn't essentially get to be in situations where you have to mentally mature.
yeah, she had no development.
No.
Like, essentially. Like,
She had no chances to.
Right, right.
So I think that, and I think that she's growing up very fast right now,
Mhm.
but I like would not look at her and speak to her and think that she is the age that she is due to her mental maturity.
Yeah.
And I genuinely don't think that it's her fault that she's so immature. I don't think that she was given the chances in the world to.
Well, I mean, for lack of a better way to say it, like, wisdom comes with life experience. Like, you can't gain that kind of wisdom
Right.
on how to live without living.
And she
Didn't.
Yeah. I think she's very smart when it comes to abuse. I think she knows that that's coming.
Yeah.
But that's it. So, I don't know. I think that the whole thing with him controlling her was fucked up and to me very annoying. I do slightly understand as far as him not wanting her to go places alone.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think that she has the mental maturity to know how to deal with things. And also, I do think that she's slightly in danger because people are really mad about her. But, who are you talking to? What'd you talk about?
Are you talking about me?
Are you talking about me? Like, granted, I say that to Zach as a joke. And I say that to you.
I was just thinking if I walked in on you guys talking and then you stopped, I'd be like,
What are you talking about?
you talking about me?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
But that's so different.
Yeah, I mean, it's like facetious in a way.
If you were actually mad at me, well, you're not. Okay, if Zach was actually mad at me for being on FaceTime with, it's normally her dad and her stepmom.
Yeah.
Or her sister. Like, fuck out of here.
That would be bizarre.
Immediately.
Okay, so she's obviously left him. How did that come about?
So she would go and visit her family. And he would be very mad that she didn't text him back for an hour. Or didn't answer her phone call while they were at dinner. She was put in between a rock and a hard place because he didn't respect her family time. And it's essentially like when she was with her family, she had to choose either her family or her husband.
That's silly.
And he put her in that situation a lot.
Yeah.
I remember one time they were filming and he called her and was mad at her because he thought that some man was at her parents' house with her.
What a bizarre amount of insecurity in a grown man.
Yeah. It was really odd. And I think that the prison life worked really well for him because what's she doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, she didn't have any opportunity to betray you. But anyways, she ended up leaving him. And I don't remember exactly what her deciding factor was. But she did leave him. And he got her a puppy because she was stuck at home all day and was like, I want a freaking dog. I want something to entertain me. She took the puppy. I think. Did she take the puppy? She better have taken that damn puppy. Did Gypsy take Pixie? No. No, he didn't let her. Yo. She should have taken the puppy.
I want to see what it looks like.
It's cute. Oh, it's a sweet little... I think it looks like a miniature schnauzer. It might be, like a Yorkie. Its name is Pixie.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's so cute. So cute. Anyways, she left him. She went to live with her parents, which was I think slightly difficult for her because I believe she had to call her PO and change where her address was without Ryan knowing because,
Yikes.
you know, she left him and Ken reappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Her stepmom was speaking with Ken the entire time that she was with Ryan.
I mean, that makes sense. He just reappeared.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah. But again,
She would tell...
the maturity, not there.
Yeah, well, she would tell Gypsy, like, Ken's doing really well. He got a new job.
Mm-hmm.
Ken did this today. Ken did that. And, like, I'd probably stop talking to my mom, period. I don't need to know that.
I don't understand. I don't, why?
She really liked Ken, like
Yeah,
her stepmom, but family, you know? There's like an unspoken rule.
Don't talk
And
to
it's
my
not
ex.
like
I don't know.
she would run into him at the grocery store. They would phone call and text.
Yeah, that's weird.
Weird. Real weird. Ken reappears.
Reappears. Okay.
I believe that he, like, reached out to Gypsy and was like, would you like to not necessarily, like, reconnect in a boyfriend-girlfriend way, but, like, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Gypsy gets pregnant.
Yeah, that's a thing that happened.
Gypsy don't know if it's Ken or Ryan's.
Oh, God.
Legally, in her state that they're living in, I don't remember what state it is. When you have a baby and you're married,
Yeah.
they're automatically the legal dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So... So she did a paternity test. It was not Ryan's.
That's good.
This whole situation is not good, period.
No, I mean, that's good, I guess.
Yeah, it's good it's not Ryan's because then you are attached to him forever.
Yeah.
And I stopped following about then. She did have her baby. And I believe that she was officially divorced, so it's not his. It's not Ryan's, which, like, I don't know why Ryan would want that role anyways. It's not your child.
Unless he really liked being connected to her.
I don't like it.
I don't like any of it, actually. I don't like any of it. It's uncomfortable to me that she's in the spotlight in the way she is. Like, I get that that's a very unique...
Is that thunder?
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose my mind if I lose electricity and my AC stops
is
running.
hot. Oh my.
It's better now. I feel like it's better now.
It's a little bit cooler, maybe.
Well, I'm not eating buffalo chicken anymore. That could be it too.
I'm hot. I don't like that she's in the public eye anyway. I don't know if that is a choice that she's making because financially that would be wise.
She didn't have a choice. I mean, she has a choice to have social media and stuff.
Yeah, she does. She could choose to not be in the public eye. Not that like in the way that like true Hollywood celebrities choose to put things, a curated visualization out there, but they don't choose like the paparazzi. Like I'm sure people are still going to talk about her, but like you can choose to limit your exposure to that.
And that's why I stopped following because it felt icky to me after that she was like
Capitalizing on it?
Capitalize on whatever you want.
Okay.
Whatever. I think that she was almost exposing other people. Not in a mean way.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that if I was in the light, my sister would not be in the light. As in, like, I would not pull her into that. I mean, maybe these people wanted to. If my sister wanted me to, obviously, sure.
Yeah.
But when she was talking, like, she would let out family problems and stuff that, like, they don't need to know. Like, the public doesn't need to know this stuff. And I draw a hard line when it comes to letting the world know certain things.
Yeah.
To protect myself.
Mm-hmm.
But also, people will speculate. And I don't. Like, I won't even post anything. I mean, I don't really post anything on social media anyways anymore, except for, like, reposting stuff. But I won't even, like, repost a thing about, like, cheating or anything because
people
love it. Love to speculate.
We love to see that.
I don't want involved for my own mental health, but also I don't really want people thinking that about me and my family either.
Right.
And she doesn't have that line. She might now. I don't know. But then it was like everything goes on everything.
Yeah.
Her every move was everywhere.
And I think that that's just a token to her immaturity at the time.
Yeah.
Because I think
10 years ago I posted everything. Everything.
Yeah. If I still had a Facebook and you went back to what I was posting in high school, I mean, like, I definitely had just things just blabbing away.
Yeah. It felt like too much to me, and I can only watch immature for so long before I get annoyed. I just don't have patience for it. I know that most people can't help their immaturity. Like,
right.
It's not like you can snap your finger and you're like, oh, great, I
get it now.
More mature. Yeah, like, I get that. I just, like, it is one of those annoyances to me that I can't turn off.
Yeah.
I can rationalize it. That doesn't make it not annoying to me, though.
Right.
So that's kind of when I stopped following her, is when it was too messy. Too messy and not...
Like they say, cringe. It was very cringe.
It was. Once I found out that she didn't know who the dad was, I was like, I gotta stop. I don't think that that's appropriate to be telling people. And, like, she made a video about it.
Like, she made a video about it. It wasn't just, like, tabloid style, like, talk.
Yeah, no, she. Now, granted, I believe that Ryan was the one who told the public at first, like, that might be my kid. But you don't have to respond to it. You just let that fly.
Yeah. These are all things that just come with age and experience, you know?
I don't think that necessarily murder is right. But I think that she wasn't given any choices considering the police and CYS.
The world was
didn't
just
do
such
anything.
I mean, things fall through the cracks way too easy.
Mm-hmm. And what do you do?
Yeah.
Just continue on.
I think about that a lot. Like, probably an unhealthy amount. I think about how, like, fortunate I am that this point in my life went this way and not that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even things like I was thinking about if I drive to the beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I take my mom and my daughter in my car and my sister and her husband and her kids drive in a different car. And we go to the beach and I drive back and it's just me and my mom and my daughter. And then I'm thinking, like, I drove all over the fucking country by myself.
Yep.
In my probably going to break down car.
Yeah.
Why the fuck was I doing that?
Also,
you know what I mean? Like,
remember when your debit card just stopped working?
Yeah. It just stopped working and I was in what I later found out to be a really sketchy trucking town. Like a truck stop town that was just super sketch. And I spent the night in a freaking, like, Piggly Wiggly parking lot, basically, and had to go get a Western Union transfer for cash.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? Who did I think I was? And if anything would have went just, like, one
slightly
step differently, I could be
might
fucked.
not be here.
Yeah. And, like, how lucky, I don't know, just how lucky to not have had certain choices that I made go south instead of north, you know?
Every single day I wake up and I'm not in prison, I am shocked. Honest to God. I am shocked I have made it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't have to worry about it now. If I do anything, my husband automatically is like, I'm telling the cops.
Oh my god.
But it is really wild that, like, just one different literal step.
Could have been completely different.
Yep.
Yeah.
We made it, though.
I feel like I am for sure on the other side of that. I'm no longer making those choices.
You're
but
saying
now,
I'm not? I'm pretty good. The fuck is wrong with you? Why are you thinking about it?
I wasn't implying that you were not. I
Okay.
was just like, I was honestly segueing into the fact that now I get to think about a new child's life. Like,
I'm sorry?
like not me, a child. Like a different child. Like I get to think about that life and how I hope that she is as smart as I was and made at least as good of choices as I did.
Did anyone else think that she was telling me that she's pregnant? Anyone? Hop in the Discord
you
because I
imagine-
genuinely thought you were saying a new child, like you're having another one. And I was like, this is not how you tell me.
I think about me, the child.
Yeah.
Me, the young adult.
Well, now that
me,
you-
the adult.
Yeah.
Like that, I reflect on me, the child's life, and like the choices I made. That's what I mean. And now I get to think about a new child stage.
I think I'm unwell now. The adrenaline rush there?
Can you imagine if
No!
I have done so much in the past year to get healthy, and then I'm just like,
Death. Dude. Death.
I feel like that would, if I was who I am now 5 years ago, then I think I probably would have a second child because I think me now mentally could handle having a second child.
Disgusting.
Me now is going to be 43 when my child graduates high school. I am young. I'm going to have so much future ahead of me.
That's when you can travel with me again.
We're going to go all over the place.
I can't wait.
I'm
I'll
going
be there.
To be, I'm just at that point where I'm like, I don't ever want to start over again. You know, it's a cusp that I've crested and I just am like, it's downhill from here.
Well, I mean, with child-wise, like, she can pretty much do everything. Not
That's what I'm
everything, but,
saying,
like,
like,
on her own.
It's a different world now.
Yeah. I think that you've passed the hard stage as far as constantly.
Dependency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when she becomes a teenager.
No, this is going to be this is like the best time for me now for the rest of her life. Not that I didn't enjoy her as a young child because she was a great.
She was so
She
funny.
was great, and I love
She still is so
every
funny,
stage that my child has been through. But like, I love working with teenagers. I love rationalizing. I love cause and effect teaching. I love that stuff.
Ew.
You can make these choices. I'm not going to stop you. I mean, within reason, obviously. But like, I can give you what's going to happen or what's not going to happen, and you can decide.
Yeah, I just, teenage years aren't for me.
I like it. And I don't think she's going to be bad. Look at me. I was a good kid. Why'd you look at me like that?
We just went over how you recklessly drove all over the country.
Oh, but I was an adult.
I don't.
A high school kid. Once you've graduated, I can't control you anymore.
Well,
That is your life to make. At that point, truly, I can propose the things to you. Those are your choices.
I still see 21-year-olds as children.
I do too. But like, I don't have the ability to control you at that point.
Right.
Legally, there's nothing I can do. I can't, there's nothing about you that I truly have control over. I only have influence.
Right.
And I hope that for the next 8.5 years, I have proven to you that I should be the best influence in your life.
I can't wait until she calls me with problems. But I feel like the problem she's going to call me with is like, Maggie, Mom said I can't do this.
If I said she can't do it, it's got to be pretty, like, significant. You're just a bad influence in general.
I do not. How many times do you tell Emma no, and then finally I'm like, Emma, your mom said no, you're done.
But those aren't teenage year choices.
I feel like I'm a pretty good backup influence. Like, I would never, if Emma called me and she's like, my mom said that I can't do this, I would never be like, we'll do it and don't tell her.
If mom said don't put mashed potatoes in your ex-boyfriend's yard who has cameras up, are you putting mashed potatoes? You'd be like, get a ski mask.
Yeah. Yeah.
My answer would be, don't do that. And Maggie's answer would be,
Is it slightly illegal, or are we going to jail? That matters.
I don't know. It depends on, I guess it would depend on how much money the people have to
Okay,
press
but if
charges.
Emma was like, I'm going to go drink tonight and I'm driving home, don't tell my mom, I would never let that slide.
All I can think about, though, is like 5 years ago.
Dude, drinking
just
and driving
showing
so
up
great.
to my house.
So drunk. A lot.
We don't condone any of these behaviors.
No,
PS.
but if it's going to put Emma in danger or it's actually going to get her in trouble,
I don't think your bad choices like that.
I would never.
I think you like to toe the line of
I do.
safety and legality, and
I do. But it's never going to actually hurt someone or her. I yell at other people for drinking and driving. The moment I have 2 Smirnoffs, though, can we go somewhere? I want to have a good time. As in, I want to drive around town blasting music.
I'm gonna get you a Barbie Jeep.
So I can drive it in my yard?
You can just drive it around
This
your
is
yard.
such a good idea.
We can refinish the Barbie Jeep I have.
What's the weight limit?
I can ride in it.
Okay. Does it go fast? Can we wait.
We can swap out the batteries.
Yeah, well, let's get a whole ass engine in there. Chanel!
Well, I feel like we've
Have we accomplished a brain?
I don't know, fam, you tell us. When you've listened to this episode, let me know if I have a MySpace profile yet. And
Wait, also let us know if you would influence your friend's daughter to put mashed potatoes in their ex-boyfriend's yard, or if you would say absolutely hard no.
this feels like a real situation that could happen, so I'm looking forward to hearing it.
Actually, I don't know if I would tell Emma to get a ski mask. I think I'd just ask for the address and I'd do it. Now that I'm thinking heavily about it, I don't think that I would influence her to do it. I would just be like, will you drive me? And I'll do it.
Will you drive me?
Yeah.
As if you couldn't drive yourself. We need a getaway car. You gotta run and jump.
Well, that's
in
what
real
I'm
fast.
saying. Yeah.
My
She's
God.
going to have to open the door for me.
It's just pulling away.
Yeah. And I'm going to have to jump in.
Oh my.
I
All
care
right.
about your daughter a lot, but if it was like my client's daughter, I'd be like, go do it. But I don't want your daughter to get in trouble.
Yeah, I
So-
don't want her to go to jail or get a criminal record from putting mashed potatoes.
I'd probably take the criminal charge for your daughter.
Well, yeah, I mean, who's gonna come after you? Your employer? You?
I have been trying to get fired for 5 years. It just doesn't fucking work. It's very sad.
Yes.
Okay.
Shameless plug. If you haven't already, please go to the Laughs and Loot Patreon, become a free subscriber, and help us force Maggie's husband to get a tattoo that he agreed to get that says, if you ain't laughing, you ain't looting. You don't have to pay anything. You don't even have to participate. Just be a free subscriber so we can force him to get the tattoo. We're like a whole 2.2% of the way there, and maybe more by now if you've been, if you, gentle listener, have helped us along our way. So I hope to see you over there. And
But also join our Discord.
come join us. Come talk to us. Go vote in the polls that I have very clearly set up for you to engage with.
I hope to God you don't forget.
I won't forget.
She's gonna forget.
I already kind of forgot what the first one was supposed to be.
Yep.
MySpace.
Yep.
And then, should Maggie put mashed potatoes in somebody's yard?
There was another one, I think.
Yeah, well, you know what? When I listen back, I'll remember. And then I'll make a note. And then I'll put a reminder in my phone.
Yeah, if you put a reminder in your phone,
It'll be all fine.
that'll be good.
All right, fam.
TT. Royal. Hugs.
Okay, bye.
Bye!
We got one brain between us. and make this show. Life and issues, highs and lows. Laugh it up, anything goes. With two girls and just one brain, common sense is spreading thin. Talking life through joy and pain. Tune in, laugh and let us in. Got dilemmas, got our flaws. Spill the tea with no pause. Watch us laugh, breaking laws. Two minds might find lost cause. With two girls and just one brain, common sense is spreading thin. Talking life through joy and pain. Tune in, laugh and let us in. One brain, that's all we got. Join the ride, like it or not. Taking swings, miss the shot, but our humor's always hot. With two girls and just one brain, common sense is spreading thin. Talking life through joy and pain. Tune in, laugh and let us in. One brain, that's all we got. Join the ride, like it or not. Taking swings, miss the shot, but our humor's always hot. With two girls and just